through the doors, but also through these upper lights, which is indicated here, and there's water coming down the surface of the sheetrock over there, which we documented before on the other video. So to address that, these windows were originally only caulked on the bottom and a little bit on the sides. So we used a marine product, the 5200, cleaned, acetone, dug all the caulking out, and reglazed these 4 lights here. They're tight. There was rot in this section here, so these 2 boards were removed, reflashed. The factory drip cap was slanted towards the rear, so to address that, we put a ledger board cap on, so this is now watertight. Over in this section here, this T111 was rotted at the bottom, and the corner boards were rotted, so to replace those. There was also an existing outlet that was no longer usable because it was shorting out. So we put a new outlet and a new box in here. Down the bottom here, all this T111 got replaced, but given the spatial constraints of the casing at the that lower casing and this upper lip here, you can't do it in one piece. So we replaced it in 2 pieces with the drip cap. That's tight, but to replace that, all the blocking has to come out, the nails have to be cut off, the lags have to be removed, it has to be an open channel, and then the 2 pieces can go in. So it's a bit of work. Over here, this has got all reflashed to address another bad flashing issue they had done, or there was no flashing actually, which was causing rot on the corner board down below us. So that's been addressed. The speaker was removed, the corner was replaced. Over here, this piece goes all the way down under the deck, so we replaced this T111, but to do that, the 2 trim boards had to be removed, and the corner, and the blocking, and the lag. We removed all that, replaced the rotten T111, and then replaced the rest of that. On the faces of the T111 here, there was a small amount of delaminating between the first surface of it. It would look like a wrinkle in the wood, but it wasn't rotted. So instead of replacing these sheets top and bottom, which is a fair amount of work, we sanded it out, removed the wrinkles, and then used Bondo, and that was done in these 2 places and these other 2 areas here. So they're now cosmetically fine and dry. This section here has substantial rot with the T111. So the trim boards were removed, all the blocking where the deck is secured to the building were removed, nails cut, lags pulled. The upper trim board here was removed. The gutter is 1 unit was taken down. Replaced all the T111. Replaced took the boxes out, reinstalled the boxes. The trim around the window had to be removed and reinstalled. And then that was that for this section. I think that's it. The bottom of this board was rotted out, so we replaced the board, reinstalled the corner board, and these are those wrinkled areas like over there that haven't been primed yet. They've been sanded out, bondoed, and they still got to get primed, but the finished product is the same as the new T111. The upper sash was almost rotted through, so we used a product called the West System, which you bore out holes into the dry rotten wood or missing wood. Apply the epoxy, which penetrates in, cures, makes a strong surface, and then Bondo's used on the top to make it smooth. Starting at that corner board about halfway up was rotted. There was a scarf joint, so we replaced that corner board. There was 4 sheets at the top that were replaced. All the trim around the window was completely rotted out, so that got replaced. The window itself again had rot in the actual casing at the top corners, so that we used the epoxy and got that strong again. On the lower area, above the window here, a sheet and a half were replaced, which we created another another lip on the side there to make it a quicker operation instead of replacing the entire wall, which didn't need it. It was just over the window that was rotted. This piece is replaced here. The corner of this retaining wall was replaced. In the downstairs, when we removed the rotten mildewed sheetrock, we found evidence of rodents with nuts and a couple of little carcasses. So Upon inspection, this appears to be where they were all getting in. There was a lot of acorns found up in the eaves in this area. This would be a real easy entrance for them. They just go right up and in, so we used hardware cloth, and that should eliminate that problem. Because the doors, even when closed, chipmunks can still get in there and probably work. This corner board here was replaced from rot down the bottom, and that's it for rot in this area. This whole section here was completely covered in mildew, including all the insulation from the water entering the doors above on the deck, coming through onto the floor, into these heater boxes, and coming down the side of the heater boxes and onto the ceiling. The sheetrock on the face was also completely covered in mildew, so all of it got removed and is airing out. The section below the window has been replaced due to rot. All the windows, all the casement windows, from the kitchen all the way around, the sash has been scraped, primed, and then the prime surface caulked onto the glass with a tight bead to prevent any more water going between the glass and the glazing, which has been happening with all the windows, which is pretty common with windows of their age and style. So they've been all addressed. T111 was replaced from here over to the corner board. Take off the corner board, replace this, put this back on. The trim around this window has all been replaced. The window sill was completely rotted out. In fact, from this face in, about 4 inches was rotted out underneath the non-movable window here. So we used the West system and drilled holes, applied the epoxy in the whole surface, bondoed the rest of it, and then an AZAC nosing was applied to that and screwed on and sealed up.